So everybody's been talking about this whole thing going on these past couple of days with that family of six going on seven living in a one bedroom apartment. And I wanted to throw my 2 cents in after seeing everything that's come out recently. Now, if you guys have been caught up like I have been, I feel no sympathy for this family. More likely the parents. One of the things that they argued is that the kids don't know they're poor until someone tells you that you're poor. Now, one of the things that they said is that the kids don't know that they're broke until someone tells them that they're broke, which is 110,000% bullshit. If you grew up in the projects or grew up in a situation similar to theirs, you knew you were broke without anybody telling you that you were broke because you saw it on a daily basis. Let's be honest, like, kids are assholes. They're gonna make fun of kids for anything else, but they're gonna make fun of you specifically if you have stuff like hand me down clothes, hand me down toys, anything like that. They're gonna make you aware of it, and you're gonna see around like, hey, why am I different from everybody else? Another thing that just happened is that they did a live where they answered a lot of the questions, and the dad says why he doesn't interact with his first kid, and he just says that's none of our business. Which, to be fair, but if you're using your other kids to get money and donations and things for them, it's kind of scummy that you don't give clarity to why you're no longer interacting with that kid. And his wife, girlfriend, I don't care what the fuck she is, she says that him working W 2 jobs was killing him. Bitch, be fucking for real for once in your goddamn life. Everybody working a job is having that job kill them, especially if you're putting in hundreds of hours of work and a W 2. The reality is that you both need to suck it the fuck up and get jobs for your kids because newsflash, things are only going to get more expensive and more harder the more kids you have. And you say that you want a family of fucking 12. Another thing I also want to bring up is the fact that the parents sleep in the main bedroom, which fair, you sleep in the bedrooms that you have. But the fact is that your kids are basically sleeping on mattresses on the floor, and you just did this within the past couple of days. You barely gave them bunk beds again, which is something that you took away apparently in 2022. So your kids have been sleeping on the fucking floor or on like mattresses. Like, god damn. You only did this because you're getting pushback and or because you're afraid of CPS coming in and being like, why don't your kids have beds? With that cost of that PS5, you could have gotten the bunk beds on Amazon for cheap as hell. So I'm gonna tell you a situation that happened that I've heard in my family a long time ago. So this person was a single mom for years and years, and she lived in a two-bedroom with her son. And this whole thing that happened is that her, her son's dad was not part of her life in any way. And so what she did, she got her ass out and worked. She worked holidays, she worked nights, she worked weekends, doing jobs like gas station attendant, server, barback, doing all kinds of jobs just to make sure her son could make sure that he had a good life. And when this family was doing things in the holidays, her son wanted an ATV. So you know what she did? She put her car up for collateral in order to get a loan so she could get the ATV. You as parents have the obligation once you have kids to do better to make sure that your kids have the things that they need and also being able to provide for their wants. If that means you as a parent has to go without something for a while, then you fucking do it. And on that point, I want to talk about how you guys are using your kids. I have never been a fan of like family vlogs and things like that in terms of the kids are going to be put on the internet. And if you know the internet, it's a really fucked up place. You know? That's why like a lot of these kids once they get old enough to make their own decisions, they don't want to be on the internet or in family vlogs or videos. Not to mention the fact that like your kids, you've admitted on this app that your kids have had lice and fleas multiple times. What the fuck is wrong with you? Now, the husband said that he has worked W 2 jobs before. He was an HVAC. I don't think he said he was a tech, but he worked in HVAC before. If you know anything about HVAC, it doesn't start off making a ton of money. You make money within like after your first 2 years, and he only put 1 year in because he said he wasn't getting paid enough, and also he was taking a lot of time off. Motherfucker, are you fucking for real? If you're gonna get into something like that that has the opportunity to make bank after 2 years, and you only give up after 1 year and you take a lot of time off, then it's all on you, not the company. Even more irresponsibly is that this family, or the mom, says that she wants to become TikTok famous so she could have more kids. If that isn't the most brain dead, stupid thing I have ever heard in my fucking life. If you guys know anything about socials, unless you make it super big, you're not going to be doing this for like ever. Most of us that we do this, we don't make all that much. Me myself, I have a full-time job, plus I stream on both TikTok and over on my other platforms. But I do that one because I know that like if I were just to quit my regular job, my streams and my content creation would not make enough to cover my bills and all other stuff. You are actively choosing to make things harder for your family by doing this. If you want to be a content creation channel, don't just rely on content creation. It's a big fucking ocean and you're a very little fish no matter when you start. Unless you started at the beginning and got a huge following, you are not going to be clearing the amount that you need and more to survive.